Longest of time to all our podcast listeners. Longest of time to all the dedicated FTLG listeners. We're back. We're back. We went on a 2 weeks break. Again, another 2 weeks break. This is common. But there's a reason for that, to be honest, guys. There's a reason. I was sick. I fell ill. My Yoruba was about to come out there. But I was sick. I was sick. I actually could not make it to the pod to record. I think Dam was also busy, Life is always going to be lifing. But we are back. We are back again. And like they say, with another banger. I'm still your boy. I'm still your boy Dayo as always. And I'm doing good. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be recording, and alongside me is the man himself. Like I already said, Dami. But again, Dami, how are you doing today, man? Happy to have you back on the pod.
Thank God. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, because like we said, we're trying to record an episode almost every week actually. But yeah, I'm happy to be back. Let's get into it.
Yeah, man. How have you been these last 2 weeks? How have you been? How's it going? How's life?
I've actually been sick too. I was down with a cold, but within that time, I've been able to watch a lot of games, and I'm very excited for the rest of this season and the World Cup coming up later this year. So we'll see.
Kind of like the World Cup in the summer. I hope for my sake, I hope it's like lit. Especially like
I
cause
know.
we are bringing it to like a country that does not really, you know, talk about football or like is in love with football. They call it soccer. So like bringing it to the country, let's see what, it will have for us because like it's different if like remember the 2014 World Cup going to Brazil, then going to South Africa, 2022, I can't remember where that was, but like
Russia
2020,
or
yeah, I think
Qatar.
Russia, yeah, something like that. And then 2024 was or 20, what year was that? 2022 was Qatar, and then
Yeah.
2018, sorry, 2018 was in Russia. So like those countries, you know that like they love football. They it is in their their nature, is in their DNA. But like bringing football to America, bringing football to Canada, and then Mexico. Mexico, I don't think will be bad. Mexico, like everyone knows the history of football in Mexico, but like America and Canada is shaky side.
No,
But
yeah.
obviously, it's going to be nice having people come into those countries and see, what it is about. See their culture, their, what it is about Canada, what it is about America. It's a big place, it's a big country. So let's see what it entails. To be honest.
No, yeah. I was gonna say, as somebody that like soccer coach, trying to get my coaching licenses and everything, from my side, I can see everyone's very optimistic about the World Cup.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
especially in the city where I'm based, Kansas City. Everyone's like crazy. We're going to have like Kansas City is actually going to host England, Argentina, and can't remember another team, but those are going to be the home bases of that team. So Kansas City is buzzing. They're waiting for the World Cup like every day now.
for
But yeah,
sure,
but
for
yeah,
sure.
I think it's going to be fun. It's the World Cup. I mean, um, and for the first time, we're going to have more teams. We're going to have three countries. It's going to be something for real. I think it's going to be something.
Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed. Let's see what it looks like come summer, come July. We're going to be enjoying a lot more games. Oh yeah, the World Cup is still a long time to come, and still a long time before it arrives. Let's discuss about what we have, right now in the moment. And guys, yeah, we've had a lot happen. Manchester City versus Liverpool. You understand that type of derby with the type of atmosphere that Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp have built with those teams, and like how important those matches have been in the Premier League for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
We had that happen like 2 weeks ago. We had midweek games. We had Arsenal dropping points against Brentford. Now, like there was meant to be like Arsenal taking a like extending the gap, basically taking a 9 point lead, but it got reduced to a 4 point lead. That happened like around like basically 2 weeks ago, like last week. They dropped points. Liam Rosenoa, Chelsea's new head coach is, he's making his game more adaptable in the Premier League. He's winning matches. He's setting up his team properly now. We are kind of seeing his identity inbuilt in Chelsea players. Tottenham, they fired Thomas Frank. They've appointed a new coach. Barcelona got demolished by Atletico Madrid 4-0 at I wasn't a camp. I don't even know the name of Atletico Madrid Stadium, but yeah, it was a way.
Wanda,
Uh,
that's
yeah,
Pelicano. Yeah.
Okay, yes, yes. Like Dami said, Atletico was home. We also then had the Champions League for a couple teams that have not made it to the next round. Now we are trying to find like basically what they are playing those games to figure out who is going to be joining the first eight, first nine teams that made it in the last table group stage. Now we're trying to find the rest of the teams that will be making it to the next round. We have PSG in that situation. We have Real Madrid in that situation, Galatasaray in that situation. So a lot has been happening. A lot has been happening. But we're going to quickly, touch base on everything. And the first one we're going to be going to is actually the Champions League. We had a couple games today. Galatasaray, like we said, Juventus, they went against each other actually. Galatasaray won 5-2. PSG 2-0 down in the first half against Monaco. They won the game 3-2. But the most controversial game is Benfica and Real Madrid. Now, not because of how the game was actually played, like in terms of both teams were, dominating, it was back and forth like a basketball game. No, it wasn't that. It was more so the Vinicius saga in that match. Vinicius got the winner, 1-0 win for Real Madrid. Banger, what a curler, by the way. However, Vinicius, he literally had a very, very weird celebration where he danced, or I don't know what we're going to call it. He wind his waist, he went to the corner flag, in Benfica Stadium, and he got carded. He was given a yellow card right away. And, it's very ironic because with that yellow card here, you cannot actually understand like you can understand, sorry, you can understand both perspectives as to why he's getting a yellow card. Like some people are saying he provoked the Benfica fans, it was provocative, the celebration in fact, and then the referee deemed it as a card. And then you sit down here and you're like, you've seen so many footballers celebrate, like many scenarios, many instances where players have celebrated, be it home or away, the manner in which they've danced, like especially with the Brazilians, we know them to, come up with their samba, come up with their flicks, their tricks, their shoulder, shrugs, all that type of nonsense. Like we've seen edits. Like anyone can testify, they've seen edits on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, if you use that, YouTube Shorts. Like you've
Yeah.
seen Brazilians, they dance, they do their samba, they have like is it dance steps? They practice these things and they come out, they showcase when they get a goal. Not even sometimes Brazilian team itself, they'll do it together. And that was something similar to what Vinicius did today. However, it was deemed a yellow card. So before I'm of the opinion that it's not a yellow card. Football fans always get provoked. It's a sport that ego is involved in, pride is involved in, like all of that plays a part when you are playing football. And I don't understand why Vinicius was carded. Do you think he deserved the yellow?
So I watched the match. I haven't gone back to see the entire footage of the celebration to when it was carded. Um, I mean, it's just like you said, they're Brazilians, they love to dance. Many Brazilians dance as a celebration. It's not a new thing. It was a bit provocative with the flag, what he was doing with the flag. That's all right. I don't really have any opinion on the celebration, to be honest. Neither do I have an opinion on the card because um refs will do what they feel like. Like refs will just give people cards. I mean, we saw the ref give Mourinho two cards. He literally got this a red card and got sent off.
Yeah,
Refs will always do whatever they want. Players will always do whatever they want. What I'm bothered about was the reaction, not just of the fans, but of the Benfica players, especially the guy who will be coming up to. What's his name? I can't remember his name.
pedestri or something like
Yeah,
that. I know the guy who spoke to
yeah,
Vinicius. But don't you think the ref carding Vinicius was just more so he was influenced by the Benfica fans? I was about to say Barca. I don't know because they both start with B. But like, don't you think he was influenced by the Benfica fans? Because like that's not the first time a player is dancing. Like we've seen so many instances, bro. Like like let me even give you a very weird celebration. I remember that guy for Swansea. Is this Ghana or CC or
yeah,
Dior?
see, yeah,
Are
yeah,
those the tiger like that
yeah,
tiger celebration or like trying to mimic an animal or imitate an animal that is going ha? You know, oh, that's a weird celebration. That guy was never carded. He did that thing home and away. That is a celebration that will provoke fans. Konya scored a goal against Arsenal at the Emirates. We saw the way he was bending his leg and drifting or moving his hands and shoulders. He wasn't. Arsenal fans will be pissed. I'm very sure they will be pissed. He wasn't carded. Why was Vinicius, his celebration just so controversial? Like, why would that lead to a yellow card?
yeah. No, from what I saw, like discourse on social media and everything, apparently it was not more about the celebration. It was more about time wasting during the celebration. Um, apparently he spent so much time celebrating and decide maybe I don't know, but that's the opinion. That's the opinion I saw on social media, and I understand that for a yellow card. Like, I mean, if
Yeah.
you've scored, celebrate. It's time to get back to play. There's no need to keep on staying there and doing whatever. But I mean, like I said, it's just people's opinion I saw on social media. I don't know if it was actually wasting time. It's something we should. I feel like we should definitely get like a clip of the celebration from when he scored till when they gave him a yellow card. Let's see how long it is and everything, and then we can say whether he actually deserved it or not. We need to find a clip of him during the celebration, everything, like just a good clip. But yeah,
No, I just found it very ridiculous, yeah. And like the discourse, especially like everyone here knows that, like, Twitter discourse on football is a big thing. Like you go when your team is playing, you're on Twitter, you are even tweeting about your opinions, how the game is going. So like, Twitter discourse and then people saying, oh yeah, he deserved that. I'm like, bro, deserve that for what? Like for dancing? Which is just absolutely ridiculous. But like you said, again, from what I watched, it was more so because he was dancing. Now, maybe because it was time wasting, big I can rewatch that again, look into that again, obviously, but it was more so because it was dancing and it was just absolutely horrific from the ref in that match. I feel like he could have even given yellow cards for other things that happened in the match, like Fede Valverde's incident where he punched the Benfica player somehow. When Vinicius had gotten his first yellow card, which he shouldn't have, Benfica had a free kick. Vinicius committed a foul. That is why Mourinho got the red card because Mourinho was trying to, you know, insists that, hey, bro,
that's a foul.
this
Yeah,
is a foul. This
yeah,
should be given as a yellow card. Vinicius should be sent out of the pitch. But he did not. I'm guessing he was trying to overcompensate, and somehow he led up to Mourinho getting a red card and being sent off. So like he could have done a lot of things different instead of that. Like that should not even have led to time wasting or being that long or should have lasted that long because the other side was Vinicius leaving the pitch, maybe due to some racist comments. Maybe that will unfold tomorrow. Let's see what they say on the news about like that Benfica pedestrian or whatever his
yeah.
name is. and let's see what if he actually made some comments to Vinicius that will unfold. But that was just so much rubbish, man.
Yeah, it took
Rubbish.
a lot from the game because it felt like for a good 10 minutes nobody was playing, everybody was confused on what to do.
Yeah,
Vinicius had obviously come out of the pitch and was on the bench.
yeah,
But he sounded like it looked like the Benfica guy actually said something because Mbappe too confirmed that he said something. Valverde confirmed that he said something. But I mean, those are all Madrid players. That's their own side.
yeah,
But yeah, if he did, he definitely deserves like some disciplinary action taken
yeah,
against him
yeah, for
because
sure.
we can't still be doing racism in 2026 in big 2026. Like
Ridiculous.
we need to like I feel like FIFA needs to enforce very harsh rules for racism, not just for players, for fans also, for coaches, whoever is involved in it. Like there needs to be written down rules that racism is not allowed, racism is not tolerated. But yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But speaking of the match, 1-0 win to Real Madrid. Did you enjoy the game? I was not really impressed. Like both sides didn't really impress. But there's a second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, and bro, I honestly, it is funny, but I don't know why I see Madrid still being eliminated. Like I feel like Mourinho just has like it's like a Mourinho thing. You know, you see that advert. I'm
Yeah.
just a Mourinho. I'm the special one. Like bro, I just feel like he has something up his sleeve in the
I'm
second leg, and like Benfica actually go through instead of Real Madrid.
I mean, he beat them like 2 weeks ago or so.
Yeah,
He literally
exactly.
beat them like 2 weeks ago. So I wouldn't put it past Mourinho to beat them. But with him getting a red card, so he won't be at the touchline for the next game. It's kind of tricky. Kind of tricky.
Yes.
Um, I mean, it's Real Madrid. They have top caliber players. Um, Trent is back now.
Oh yeah, and he's firing by the way.
Yeah, their team is starting to look
Nice
good.
assist.
I mean, top of La Liga, climbed on top to the top of La Liga table now. I mean, definitely Madrid. I mean, and it's Champions League. You can never keep Madrid out of the Champions League. I can never keep them out. But I think it's going to be a tricky match. Maybe like a 1-1 draw for that second leg. But I mean,
It's good business if Madrid is still in Champions League. To be honest,
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's business for UEFA. You know, having such a big team still remaining there. It's a business for UEFA. But if Mourinho has something up his sleeve, please, I'm welcoming him to try it out. Let's cause havoc on the TL. Let's just have Benfica qualify. Hey,
yeah,
this is in soup. Vinicius is in soup. But
yeah,
other games, PSG came back from a 2-2 new loss in, I think they were down 2-0 in like the first
yeah,
twenty minutes, and then Dembele got hooked. I believe it was an injury in the 25th minute. But yeah, instant impact from Desiree Doué. They came back 3-2. Vitinha missed a pen. Vitinha missed a
yes,
pen to
yes.
bring it back to 2-1 or 2, yeah, 2-1.
So,
Vitinha missed a pen, so it was ridiculous, first half from PSG, but they came back and they got their win in the second half.
I
And
mean,
I
it's
expect them,
Monaco.
I expect them to see it through in the second leg. No
Definitely,
issues.
PSG should definitely see that. But I mean, it's Monaco. Monaco have a lot of big names. Ansu Fati, Paul Pogba. There's this guy called Agliush.
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good, really good,
They have
really
some big names
talented.
there,
Yeah.
but man, PSG is just they're the best team in the world, man. It's hard to beat.
I don't know about best team in the world right now.
Based on like the treble now. Best they won
Last
the
season,
Champions League, they
last
won the
season,
Premier League, their Ligue 1, they won their FA, they won the treble. So that best team, theoretically. Theoretically.
controversial to me because they got to a final where it was meant to be decided that they were the best team in the world, but they
Mm,
lost. So
just
I wouldn't call them best team. Controversial. A lot of
Thanks.
people will say it's
Thanks.
a team
Thanks.
cup, it's a team cup final, it's a this one final, but I mean,
Thanks. I'm still have some matches tomorrow too. I just remember the teams that I think Barca will be playing. No, Barca will not play.
no,
Barca made it, right?
yeah,
But we still have some couple matches tomorrow. I can't remember
yeah.
who will be playing, but again. more matches, more things to talk about, more discussions. We look forward to that. Are going to be, tuning in tomorrow. But yeah, that's just about it for the Champions League. Let's dive right into the Premier League, and let's dive right to your boys, your Gunners, your your team, the one that you hate most.
uh,
I know in our last episode, because we recorded like quite a long, like 2 weeks is quite a long time, and
yeah,
a lot of football has been played in 2 weeks, right? You said, and I quote, guys, I just think it's starting to look like it is their year,
yeah,
it is their turn. And like we know why. We know why we said that. And it's the results, favor them. Like especially with City losing, dropping points in back to
against
back
Tottenham.
games. They dropped against Tottenham. I think they dropped against, I think the week before. I can't remember who they played. And like Arsenal got back to back wins, that type of stuff, right? But it wasn't, the points were not that far off. Um, I don't want to say we're getting too ahead of ourselves because, again, like we said, we had midweek matches. Man City comfortably beat, who did they play? Fulham. Comfortably beat Fulham, and then Arsenal struggled against Brentford, 1-1. And I think it was one of the games where even like Arsenal felt like they deserved to have lost that match. They didn't play very well. Like Brentford should have actually taken the win.
Yes.
Which, this is football, that's football. Football you can be the better team and you're the one that is losing. And you can be the worst team and you're the one that won. It's just the way football works sometimes. You cannot predict the reason why, these things happen. But now it's back to a 4 point lead. Because I think it was a 6 point lead at the time when we mentioned, like when you said that, when you made
Seven.
that statement. 7 points. Okay, now it's back to a 4 point lead. And I like, and it just continues to beg the question that it's not more so, oh, is it the idea I want to ask? Because they are on top of the table. The fixtures favor them. Like the type of fixtures that they have, like the runs that they have, like currently, it favors them. They are facing Wolves, for goodness sake. They are facing, not saying that Wolves cannot do anything. Maybe Wolves decides to win a match that day, but comfortably, Arsenal should be Wolves. Like they are playing Wolves like on Thursday. The ball is in their courts. What do you think would stop them? Like what would affect them? Like do you see them actually like just not winning this league eventually? Because you have been back and forth. You've actually not been back and forth. You've been steady in terms of like I know they will drop, I know they will drop. And I think that was the first time ever you went, hey, I just think it might be their season. Do you still think so? Or like is it like you're not in the middle, you're on the fence?
So I won't say I'm on the fence right now, and I'll say that because like it's Arsenal. If there's anything that is going to bottle points, that's going to get that is going to feel the pressure and crumble, I believe it's Arsenal. Arsenal and
Yeah.
Tottenham, they do it every year. They do it every year, which is why it always surprises me that Tottenham still won that Europa League final against Man U. But that's a story for another day. Um, it's Arsenal. Like I believe they're their own worst problem.
Yeah,
Like
what's the enemies you're saying?
yeah, they're their worst enemies. You're leading um you're leading the league 7 points. And one thing Arsenal fans have always told me is that, oh, do you know the reason why we play like that? The reason why we play like that is because people set up against us to defend and everything. And that's something I also said in the last episode. There are chances you if you take your chances, like if you go out there to say we want to actually play these guys, you can actually get points of Arsenal. Is when you sit back and you defend in your 5-4-1 and you wait for them to whip in corners and whip in everything. That's when they win the matches. If you say, I want to go on the offensive against Arsenal, obviously they have the best defense. Obviously they have best goalkeeper, most clean sheets, everything. But if you say you want to go against Arsenal, like if you want to go and score goals against them, they're definitely up for the taking. I just need to see more teams that want to do that, not just teams that
Yeah.
just want to sit back and wait for Arsenal to come to them. And as I said, they are up for the taking. It's still like it's not sure for them. Like it's not sure for them. And they should be careful because if they do not win it this year, because this is like, I feel like this is my final year to be doing this Arsenal 8. Next year might be crazy for them. They might go win everything. But this year, the one that I'm in right now, nah, if they don't win this year, it's going to be crazy for them. I'm not going to let them rest.
Do you think it's a mentality issue? And the reason why I'm saying this is because City, this is not their first rodeo, and they've added new players. However, they still have the core of players that have been in this situation. You have your Rodri, you have your Bernardo Silva, you have your Ruben Diaz, you have who's John Stones is not playing, but like he will be in the dressing room motivating these players, telling players like, hey, I've been here, I know what it takes. You have, even if Donnarumma didn't play for City, he knows he's been in situations, he's been in title winning sides. He literally won the Champions League last year with PSG. Like Haaland has won the treble with City. So like he already has seen what it takes to get over that line, to get over that hurdle with Mikel Arteta, with the crop of players that he has, do you think mentality plays a factor? Because it's 12 more games to go, and then mind you, you're facing Manchester City in the Carabao Cup final. They like if you beat them, maybe there's a confidence like, hey, man, these guys are nothing to us, man. Even when we play them in the Premier League, when they come up, because they're still going to be a Manchester City game versus Arsenal in the Premier League, when they come up, are going to handle that at the Etihad. Like, do you think that mentality is what is, Declan Rice said, oh, we didn't lose, we drew because, like, we didn't lose, like, those type of things. Like, do you think that affects them in this run?
Yeah, there's definitely some part that mentality plays. Like you said, City have that experience. Experience is the number one thing in winning the Premier League.
Yeah.
Like that winning experience, winning coach mentality. When Mourinho came in 2004, he brought it immediately, and he
Yes.
won the Premier League 2 seasons back to back. First person to do that in the Premier League era, I think. But yeah, definitely. Arsenal, they have a good mentality. I won't say they are like slouchy or they are bad. They have a good mentality. And one thing I've noticed actually from watching Arsenal's All or Nothing documentary on Amazon Prime is that um, Ateta actually knows how to motivate them. Like he actually knows how to talk to them, that to get them to like work, like to get them to go out
Yeah.
and play. He knows how to bring scenarios that will help them like get ready for matches and everything. But they don't have a lot of winners on their team. That's what I believe. They don't have a lot of winners on their team. When you look at the number of Arsenal players that have won major trophies and compare them to City, you see like a very big difference. I don't think anyone in Arsenal has won the UCL. I don't think anyone in Arsenal right now has won the Premier League. I don't think anyone in Arsenal has won the World Cup.
You
So
see,
like,
you have Kai Havertz. Come on. You have Gabriel. Gabriel Jesus has won the Premier League. Come
okay,
on.
okay, okay, okay.
Gyökeres has won the league in Portugal. Come on.
That's Portuguese league. But the two people you called, Havertz and Gabriel Jesus, fair enough, fair enough. But how many trophies have they won at Arsenal though? Not a lot, to be honest. Um, Havertz is definitely. I mean, I've started to see Arsenal like a lot of their injured players are coming back. Havertz is coming back. Gabriel Jesus is back, and Gabriel Jesus has been on form. Has been on very good form. I just, I hope they don't win it. But they have the team they have a team that on paper is capable of winning it for sure. They have a team that's capable of going this next couple of matches and not losing a lot. They will draw a bit. Arsenal will still they still have a couple of points to drop. I know for a fact they're still going to drop a couple of points. Now the question is, can City be perfect? Like, can they win all their matches? It's something we've seen Pep do, like in previous seasons, where you get to February, March, and he doesn't lose any game. So Arsenal have to be perfect to win the league. That invites more pressure. Can they handle that pressure? That's the question. That's the actual question. Can they handle the pressure?
But with Manchester City, though, like, to be honest, this season, yes, this season, this is not as bad as last season. But have you not been noticing a lot of drop off in their second half performances? Like, when, like, in terms of their regular games, like, first half, so good, second half, you drop off. Chelsea is a good example. Chelsea second half, Enzo Fernandez, we got the equalizer. Like you saw how Chelsea played. You saw how they let Chelsea come into the game. Tottenham, you saw how they handled their business in the first half, and then you saw how Tottenham came, into that second half. You saw how City let them come into the second half. Liverpool, you saw the difference. Like luckily, they kept, that tunnel vision intact. City, however, lapses. Liverpool could have gotten a lot more goals in that second half.
Yes.
And but like tunnel vision, like I said, and then they persevered and City got the 2-1 win. Especially with that what a save by Donnarumma, by the way. But that's been a constant. Going into this type of run, you cannot be having those type of situations. Like that's why I fault City. I don't think City is locked in for a whole 90 minutes. They drop off, especially in the second half. And it's going to affect, like, I think that's going to affect them also in terms of them attaining perfection, like you mentioned.
Yeah, for the drop, they definitely have drop ups in the second half, and it's not just City; it's a lot of clubs. Chelsea does it too.
No,
Um,
Chelsea's a regular. Don't worry about us. We're just stupid. We're regular. That's
yeah, but I feel like most of the problems City has in the second half the drop off comes from their pressing structure. Before we know City used to be press high, we press you high. That way you have to either kick the ball long or pass back to your goalkeeper, which at the end of the day is going to kick the ball long because of the pressure. Like City used to go before, City's press used to be pristine, like it used to be perfect. But now it's more easy to bypass them, and this might be because of their new players. Maybe they're not understanding. And another thing we've seen with Pep is that he has changed his coaches. I think he has changed his coaches 3 times in the last 3 seasons, 2 times or 3 times in the last 3 seasons. His assistant coach, and all these assistant coaches they bring different ideas on pressing structure and everything. But if there's anything I that can do it, that can go that unbeaten run from now to like the end of the season, it's only one thing that can do it, and that's City, and that's because they have the best coach in the league. Now, am I saying they will not concede goals? They're definitely still going to concede a couple of goals, but Donnarumma has been excellent. We have to look at Donnarumma's performances. Donnarumma has been excellent. Um, Man City are literally using Kusanov. Kusanov is a 21 year old centre back because we've seen a lot of injuries to Diaz. I think John Stone is still out or he might just be coming back. But when these older defenders come back, we haven't re- I haven't really seen this guy this season. What's his name? Ake this season.
he has also been in and out of injuries.
Yeah, exactly.
He's also, sustaining an injury right now.
Yeah, I haven't really seen Gavio this season too. I don't know.
He started the season and then he got injured.
Yeah, you see, so a lot of their experienced players are injured right now or are coming back.
Yeah.
If they can get more of them back, they definitely do have a chance of fighting for the title at the end of the season.
For a fact. Right now, we know for a fact that it's a 2 horse race. It's not a 3 horse race anymore. I'm going to come to that Aston Villa statement that he made. But the 2 horse race is no longer a 3 horse race. I don't think it was actually even a 3 horse race. But the 2 horse race is 4 points in between these teams. Trust me, we know the Premier League we are in for a good run, man. 12 more games to go. Teams like it's going to be top six against top six. It's going to be teams that are trying to avoid relegation. Relegation teams are going to be in and in and around this 12 games that Arsenal and City are going to be playing. So it's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting, and I can't wait. In between, we have the FA Cup matches, we have the Carabao Cup final, like in March. There's so much games to be played up until May. Right now, it's not more so, oh, do I think Arsenal can do it? Yes, I do. Do I think City can do it? Also, yes, I do. It's just more so who wants it more. So the ball is in both courts. It just depends on who is going to put the ball in the net at this point. So I don't wish Arsenal the best. I wish Manchester City the best. We'll see what that Premier League trophy will look like at
What
the end of the
color?
season. Will it be in right white and red, or will it be in light blue and white? Will it be at the Emirates, or will it be at the Etihad Stadium? Let's continue enjoying that. Let's move on to Chelsea. Liam, we know we touched base when he first joined the team, and just based on like his report card so far, performance, and I would say I've been impressed. I have not been disappointed with his, overall um performance with Chelsea. He's gotten a lot of things right now, because there are games where I was scared. There were games where I didn't understand his choices. I didn't understand his lineup. But he's getting a hang of things, especially with something Chelsea have been struggling with. And if anybody watches Chelsea, you would know Chelsea is a disgrace when it comes to facing a back five. Like countless times when they will play against like lower opposition sides, the goal scoring will just deplete. It will become non-existent. They would suffer more in those type of games. But something Liam has done is that he has been able to figure out a system. And we're talking about it, that two defenders and then the two base with the two midfielders. We've seen him incorporate Andre Santos more. Maybe definitely because he had him in Strasbourg, he has played with the boy, he understands what he needs the boy to do. And then coupled with Caicedo, we know he has changed some roles with Enzo playing on the left wing, and then getting that support from Coquelin, at the width. Palmer, is firing with João Pedro. João Pedro is consistently getting goals, in better runs, making better decisions, assists. Saval, Pedro Neto, we saw that there's a way he used him against Hull City. I know it's Hull City, but the ability for him to know that okay, in this position, he thinks Neto will shine a little bit more. His ball striking will come out, so he doesn't have to. Because kind of like Pedro Neto is brain dead, so you have to put him in situations where he doesn't have to think too much, and that is what he was able to do. So like, I've been impressed. I've been impressed, and I don't know what you think, but I think it is the start of something new in sense of Chelsea breaking down low block sides. It's not more so the identity. Maresca had an identity, and Liam is not far off from what Maresca has been able to build with Chelsea. It's just more so the tweaks here and there, the planning a little bit more, the handling of certain low block sides, which is what Chelsea had not been able to do. So his report card is, I'll give him like a B plus, B minus. What are you saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. He's the Americano is different from Enzo Maresca in the sense that like he's more flexible.
Yeah,
He can
a
set
little
up in
bit.
a yeah. He can set up in a back two. He can set up in a back three. We've seen him do it numerous times at Strasbourg. I like coaches that are fluid with formation. You have to be
Yeah.
fluid with formation based on the opponent you are facing,
Mhm.
and that's something he has really done well. Another thing I love about Liam is he has finally done what I said I thought Enzo Maresca should have been doing, incorporating squad players. Football nowadays, you can before you used to say you have to have 15 good players and 13 to 15 good players and then the rest are like squad and reserve. That's not how football is anymore. In football, you need to have at least 20 good players. Use them according to what situation you want to put them in. So like if you want the defender that is going to invert, you have to have a defender that knows how to invert. That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He has profiled like his players well. I've seen his use of Santos, his use of Hato, his use of even Achiampong. I've enjoyed his use of all those French
Actually,
players.
Chepong really annoyed me against Leeds though. That Leeds second goal. Try. Yeah, Qatar.
No, so for me, that Leeds match was controversial because that ball hit the guy's hand.
Yeah, yeah,
It
it is hard. It
actually
is hard.
hit
That should
his
have been
hand.
blown at the foul for sure.
Like, last time we were on the pod, we spoke about refereeing in the Premier League. Till God knows when. I'm going to keep on saying it. Refereeing in the Premier League is horrible. It is actually very horrible. And English people are very proud people. They are
Hmm.
very proud people. Another thing is the FA. The FA protects the referees so much. PGMOL, it protects them so much, so much. Like referees should be able to. One thing I like about like American football, other sports is that referees can explain their decision making. Like, why
Yeah,
did you make that decision? And I
yeah,
mean, we've started to see it a couple with the Premier League where referees are now having their mics and they can talk to the entire stadium. But officiating in the Premier League needs to improve. It's the best league in the world. You can't be having refereeing issues like all these controversial refereeing issues. Those should not be what is um those should even be the main talking points in games.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, Emerson, he's been good for me. He's been actually I know he's been great, just great. We've seen Jao Pedro score a lot of goals. Palmer, I mean, Palmer is Palmer. Even Neto is scoring a hat trick. Neto has never
mm,
scored a hat trick in his professional career before.
mm.
And it is Hull City, like you said, it's Hull City, yeah. But his use of Neto centrally was good. It's something we've seen Maresca do, playing Neto as a false nine, but his use of Neto in that CAM position was great. Um, yeah, for Rosino, I think we just need to keep on seeing how we can manage the team. We have a lot. Chelsea actually has the worst run of fixtures from now to the end of the season in the entire Premier League. So yeah, I'd love to see how many points he gets. I backed Chelsea ending of the season. Last season we were out of the run. Everybody was saying we're not going to make Champions League. We're not even going to make Europa. But I mean, we did. So Chelsea always, I think we finished the season strong, and yeah, I can't wait to see how we finish this season.
Yeah. Like you said, I just didn't want to give him grace because it's been lesser oppositions, but depending on how this goes, we'll see what his report card will look like at the end of the season. But big kudos to him and like how he has been setting up his team. Another one is just Tottenham. Tottenham have sacked Thomas Frank. I don't mind the decision. It hasn't been a great run of results. I think he's 15th. He left the club at 15th or 14th on the Premier League table. But um, what is it like? Like with Tottenham, they don't back their managers as much, and I don't even think Thomas Frank was not even backed this season. Right, to be honest, Kolo Muani, Xavi Simons, Kudus. Who did he get again? Who did he get again? He got. I think this season He officially got what's his name? This guy, Tell Matthias Tell Matty. I forgot his name. Tell bro. He got Paulinho. He got Paulinho in the midfield. So I mean, to be honest, he's been dealt with the worst injuries. I think he's had the worst injury record in the Premier League this season. Romero will be in and out. Van der Ven was in and out. Madison is out. Kulisevsky is out. Kudus right now is out. Paulinho was out. Bentancur is out. Like, Doge lost. He doesn't have use Bisuma. Bisuma is out. He lost Sa at some point. So he's been dealt with the worst injuries. There was always a drift there. Like I remember, like Romero would come out and say something, on the internet, on social media. We saw that situation where they finished the match and the players didn't even want to shake him. Van der Ven was like, leave me alone, that type of situation. There was always a drift there between him and the players. I don't think it really settled. Like again, there are coaches that, in as much as we don't even think of Tottenham as a big team, they are big. Like we still see they're a top six side. So like coming from Brentford and like dealing with that magnitude of a team is different. Maybe it wasn't just the right fit for him, and they just had to let him go.
Yeah, no. I feel like he definitely underachieved because I remember we had an episode when he first came in, and I was very excited to see what he would do. Somebody I really rate, like somebody that I really rate their opinion on football. Tottenham was they told me Tottenham was going to be a good team to watch this season. So I started watching Tottenham, and obviously with their losses and everything.
No, but initially they were good though. They were good.
Mm,
Charlison was firing, Kudus
oh
was
yeah,
firing,
yes,
remember? They
start of
were
the
good.
season. Yeah, the start of the season. But I definitely feel he has underachieved. Like and the thing we always said about Thomas Frank was that he's very adaptable, he's very flexible with his formations and his tactics. But I don't think we really saw that in Tottenham, to be honest. And I know obviously we said they dealt with injuries and everything, but if you deal with injuries, you have to play the players you have. You have to use the like whoever is there. Like you can, especially at like a top six club like Tottenham, you can't keep on making excuses with injuries because
Yeah.
the expectations are much higher in a top six team than other teams. So definitely underachieved. They're 15th on the table, not close to any of the European qualification spots
At
for
all, at
not
all.
like there is no hope for their season. And it's something if you remember like 2, 3, 4 episodes ago, it's something I said. It's the mindset in the club. First thing Tottenham have to do in the club as general, Daniel Levi, whatever his name is, he needs to go.
He's gone, no, though he's gone.
He's
Oh, look
gone.
at him. He resigned or he left this season.
He needs to go. That's the first step. The second step needs to be they need to get a sporting director that knows what he's doing. I think they have one right now, but I don't think he knows what he's doing. They have a lot of players, a lot of good
Quality
players,
players too.
quality
Quality players.
players. It's a bit unfortunate that most of them are dealing with injuries, to be honest. I think for Tottenham, you just have to really wait until the start of next season to see what they'll do because this season is already gone for them. Like they can fire whoever manager they want. It's just like Nottingham Forest to me. They can fire all the managers they want. When this season ends, we're going to see where they are. Just you should just wait for next season. Like, they can't do anything this season
True.
again. You should just wait for
True.
next season.
But however, all I ask, to the new Tottenham head coach, your first game is going to be against Arsenal, either on Saturday or Sunday. I don't ask for much, brother. I, in fact, I don't even know his name. All I know is that you are bald, you've been hired, you are the head coach. I don't ask for much. You've had like a week, 2 weeks to prepare. I beg you. Eze came to your house, I mean at the Emirates. Eze snatched Tottenham's chain, scored a hat trick.
For the
Let them
Harry.
know that here I was never going to come to your club. I was just using you as a stepping stone so Arsenal can beat for me. I'm not asking for much. All I ask is that you win. You win at the London Stadium, whatever the name of your stadium is. You win on the whether on the Saturday or Sunday, please. But I don't want see. There's a lot of things. You have the ability to make a lot of people's weekend. You have the ability to increase the population in the world. People might give birth after this. People might buy new car. You might increase the GDP of a country. You'd never know. But please, just win the match. Win the match.
You know,
Thank you and God bless you.
it looks like you hate Arsenal just as much as I do too.
No,
So,
I know. I'm not like you. I'm not like you. I'm not like you.
um,
Just please. That's all I ask. All I ask. Okay.
no, yeah,
That's all I ask.
I think his name is Igor Tudor or something. Yeah, he
Yeah.
was in the Italian league. I think with Juventus.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know much about him to be honest, but
Same.
I
I didn't
don't
even know his
think
name. I think I saw the like Igor or something. Igor or something. I just don't know his name to be honest, like as much. I don't know anything about him.
I'd
But
love
yeah,
to. I'd love to use that first match against Arsenal to gauge him
yeah.
because
That's why I'm begging him now. I'm here. You see, as I'm begging. I'm begging the guy.
the event like the Italian league is so different from the Premier League. Like pace is much quicker, tactics are much more evolved. Like it's not as slow as the Italian league. It's not anything. Like I want to see how he's going to adapt. I don't think he's going to do a good job, but we'll start from that Arsenal
Fing-
match. We'll start,
Fingers crossed.
yeah, we'll
Fingers
start from that
crossed.
Arsenal match and we'll see as we go.
Fingers crossed. Now we just want to let's touch base on Liverpool and United. Honeymoon phase is over for Michael Carrick. Back four wins in a row, a draw against West Ham. Wow, how ironic. But it wasn't a bad game from them. They could have done a lot better. But again, with teams being in relegation battles, you know how they play, you know what is in stakes for them, and that's what it is for West Ham. So they took the game to United. They were leading 1-0. United had a couple chances. Wan-Bissaka. I think Wan-Bissaka's that guy's an agenda. He's not happy that they sold him.
You
He's
people,
not happy.
you people don't understand that Wan-Bissaka was one of the best. Like Wan-Bissaka is one of the best defenders I've seen. Like one v
Mm.
one, one v
1v1
one. You
defender.
cannot pass that guy 1v1.
Nah, he had a lot in his mind against who was playing his wing. Was it Mbeumo or Cunha?
Yeah,
He had them in his. He was like, I will ruin your day. I will destroy you.
I said Garnacho tried that entire night. He tried and tried and tried. Nothing. Like, Wan-Bissaka I love the kind of player like that. Like,
Yeah.
if you're a defender, you have to know how to defend. And that's why
Mhm.
for me, I've said this before on the pod before, maybe like in the previous season. Prince, Rich James, I can't compare those two because one does not know how to defend, one does. The rest, passing, shooting, all the other things, you can argue those ones. But when it comes back down to the important thing,
Defending, yeah.
defend, defend. You are a defender. You are defending. James is better. James is the better player. End of that story. But I love seeing players like Wan Bissaka, and he definitely frustrated Man in that match. Is what I keep on saying. Like if you go out to hot teams, like if you don't say, okay, I want to sit back, play, and that's why I hate teams that play in low blocks. I hate some teams that play in low in low blocks because sometimes low blocks actually do help. But go out like against big teams. If I was coach against a big team, like a big match, I want to at least for like the first 15 minutes go out to try to hurt them. If they score you a hair and then you can sit back and play your 5-4-1 so that they don't massacre you and score like
Yeah.
five, but
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
try to go out and hurt other teams. You can't just be sitting down in a low block and expecting the game to come to you and then you do a magical counter 110 yards down the pitch that's going to score you a goal. Football does not work like that.
Yeah. But again, Michael Carrick, he's still brand new. Good, like his first 4 games, like the run of games were good. Had a little, hiccup against West Ham. Let's see if that was just a hiccup or United. You can never know with them, but let's see how it's going. And then Liverpool, and Slot still facing a lot of issues. I mean, the season I think low key has been written off for them. It's just more so like what it will entail next season. I think they still continue with the guy. They can't like. I think they should give him a chance. He won the league last season. Season has been quite rough, especially with the loss of important players and like like I don't want to say his name, but plus couple the fact like then they lost like Darwin Nunes or they lost, there's just a couple players here and there.
Isak has been out injured too
Yeah,
for a
Isaac
long
not
time.
injured. Ekitike was injured a bit. Salah went to the African Cup of Nations, so it's been all over the place for them. So, and his tactics have been quite ridiculous. Like his games have been porous. There's been a lot of porosity in his games, like in terms of like space on like his rest defense. You just see a lot of lapses, and it's not good. But in judgment is just more so let the season end and let's see what they do next season. Do they make it to the Champions League? It's a different ballgame. Do I think they do? Yes, I think they'll still make it to Champions League. It's 5 teams that qualify for Champions League. They are number 5. It's Chelsea, Man U, Liverpool that are fighting for that fifth spot. No, actually,
You
no. They
should
are
you
number
should
6.
you should
Yeah,
add
they are number
Aston
6.
Villa. You should add Aston Villa. Aston Villa are
Yeah,
close.
bro, you actually mentioned that
They
Aston
are
Villa they
close.
dropped too, and they
Yeah.
dropped. I can't lie. Actually, there's four is Chelsea. So it's five teams. Like so, two is already like Manchester City and Arsenal secure. So we have Villa, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, and Liverpool is sixth. So Liverpool have to fight for that fifth. Do I think they make it? It's actually a difficult conversation, but they will have to keep trying. Is what I'll say. Like they have to keep trying, and yes, the ball is in their park. Also, like Aston Villa have dropped those points, so it's kind of open.
No, yeah, I'm looking at the table right now. Aston Villa on 50 points, Man U are on 45, Chelsea are on 44, Liverpool are on 42. Brentford are actually on 40. So if they win one match, they can literally climb above Liverpool. I was speaking with Liverpool
Chelsea is on
fan.
40 what?
Chelsea's on 44.
Guy, we should have been 40, 46. Oh.
Chelsea's matter. Let me first handle this Liverpool matter, but I'll come back to Chelsea matter. Um, I've been speaking with Liverpool fans. A lot of them want an slot out.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I think he needs some time. Like we need to see how this season ends. Obviously, he won the league last year, and they haven't been bad. Like when you look at his overall career, they haven't been bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like you said, his pressing structure is horrible. His rest defense is horrible. I've been hearing Kekes has been stinking up Liverpool matches. That's a story for another day. And obviously, Isak has been out. A couple of players have been out. Konate had a awful patch of run. I mean, awful run of form.
Yeah, run of games, run of form,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it.
Um. Yeah, but Ikitike is a star player, bro. I love that
Yeah,
guy so much. He's a
yeah.
star player. We always know Gakpo is always going to cut in and try to do something, maybe score a goal or two. I mean, we always laugh at Gakpo, but he has numbers though. He has
No,
goals and assists. But
God,
yeah,
I beg.
and then what I was going to say about Chelsea, bro, Chelsea and dropping points from winning positions.
Hi.
Chelsea are dropping points from winning positions. Apparently, if we had won every match that we haven't dropped points in, we'd literally be fighting for Premier League title right now.
Yeah. And the games we drop points in is not also like we were leading in these games, but we've gone from winning to losing or drawing the game like in stupid say that red card period
Yeah,
that we had,
yeah.
red cards, and then like against Leeds. Look at for example Leeds United. How did we end up drawing that game? And then Palmer's miss last minute.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
Horrid miss, horrible miss, man.
No, yeah. Yeah, people will always give Chelsea the excuse of young players, and I'll give them that excuse for this season. But next season, I'm coming for everybody individually. Anybody that does anything stupid like this, I'm gonna be on your case, bro. But that's just by the side.
That's true. That's about it for the Premier League. Premier League is back this weekend. We had the FA Cup. We're back. It's time to start, watching again. So that's about it. We've given our analysis for the next couple of games. Let's see how these fixtures are going to be looking this weekend, and let's see what Arsenal actually does to Wolves on Thursday. But yeah, that's it for the Premier League. Now the last thing we're just going to quickly touch base on is FC Barcelona, Football Club Barcelona. Um, Back-to-back losses. Atletico Madrid 4-0 demolition, Girona 2-1 win, and it's just the same old story, right? Like we've mentioned here, how like it is not consistent to maintain a high line like that. Like in terms of their defensive structure, it's not consistent football if your goalkeeper is constantly the man of the match. It's not consistent if like you find yourself getting a lot of chances against, not created. It's not consistent football. It's not rocket science. And I remember you saying, "Well, lie to lie." As a fleek, if you don't drop that line, the things I'll do to you at Stanford Bridge. And yeah, you did something to him at Stanford Bridge. But you know, some of Baka's loss is because Baka just wants to lose. It's not even because like it's more like it's not because like let's say we are both it's an even playing field. We can't create chances. I understand now. Baka creates chances. But if I'm in a situation where my us like I play that much of a high line. Like we've seen you, bro. You said, you know, for instance, you sent me a 15 minutes video today of Baka's chances against, and it's just one guy waiting away, and they will just find one true pass, and that guy will just be waiting there, and then the other one would run. Like basically that, you know, that basic FIFA goal now. If you are playing
FIFA,
FIFA a lot,
literally
just
FIFA goal.
press triangle box is what people have been doing. Will Lancific learn? That's the question. Because there's been so many rewards, so I don't think he wants to change. But he's looking. These players are getting fatigued. They're getting tired. They don't have the strength to continue. Like you are seeing a lot of lapses now.
Okay, so, well, I said Baka will suffer on teams that are transitional and come to hurt them with the high line. I never really explained what the problem was with their high line. Number
Mm,
one, their high line is too close together. They have four players on one high line that is very close. So if you put white players on both wings, put like a
yeah.
couple players in the middle, easy to bypass them. The second thing is they want to do a high line, and that's fine. They don't even just want to do a high line; they want to do a very high line, and that's fine. But when you look at the profile of players they have for that high line, you look at players like Kubasi, and this is I'm about to say something now that might be controversial, but look at his FIFA rating for Kubasi speed. Kubasi is a 60 something speed in FIFA rating.
Mm,
And FIFA, we
yeah.
always say FIFA don't get their rating right, but just think about it. This is a defender playing in a very high line with a 60 something pace. What do you think is going to happen when
Mm.
opponents come to like hurt you? Like it's definitely going to leak goals. Jaron Garcia is a great goalkeeper. Balde and Kunde on a good day, good defenders. Centre backs.
Kunde is
Bakas,
not good. Nobody feel convince me say Kunde good. Kunde no good job. Kunde no good. Nobody feel convince me say Kunde good.
did you people
Allow
have him?
yourself no good. Allow you no good.
Did you
I
people have
said
him on,
truth.
on your top 10? I mean top 11
It wasn't.
list?
I to be honest, there's not okay. What do you want to put there? I could not put Rich James. Rich James was injured. I had to
Yeah.
put the functioning right back. It was Trent, Timber, and Kunde. You think I put Kunde ahead of Rich James on a normal day? Come on now, Dami, come on now. I know it
No,
was Akimi.
I
Actually, I
just
had
remember.
Akimi, Trent, and Kunde.
Yeah,
Akimi, Trent, and Kunde.
I think we came to the consensus of right backs. Kunde was in the mix. I think that time,
Yeah, I
but
think you put him ahead of Timber because
yeah,
it was between him and Timber for second.
when you look at their
For third,
defenders,
sorry.
their center defenders, they are not players you can use in a high line. Like Araujo has the profile of a great highline defender. He's fast. He can defend like one versus one, stuff like that. He's aggressive. But Kubasi, if you've been listening to my opinions on football, you will know I do not like Eric Garcia. He's very versatile. Coaches love him. He's probably a great player, but I don't like him. Why? Because he has a lot of bozo moments. He can always produce bozo moments. And for a team like Baka that is using that kind of eye line, that once you get bypassed, you need your defenders to come back straight up. Like the defenders need to literally run back to the post.
Yeah.
You don't want to have somebody like Eric Garcia there. Aldi has been out injured for a while now. I think he just came back like very recently, to be honest. Kunde, I haven't really been hearing anything about him, good or bad. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing for a player that wants to
Right,
start
right.
in
Go
France.
on, go on, go on. Yeah, a lot of.
That's not a good thing for a player that wants to start for France in the World Cup. But yeah, Hansi Flick needs to first off, if he still wants to keep that high line, if he still wants to keep the high line as high as that,
Mm.
he can't have four defenders. He have five. I don't
Mm.
know how the pressing structure is going to be. That's going to maybe drop one winger or drop a midfielder, but he needs to have five. That way, he can have wing backs holding their wingers, and he can still have three in the middle. So when they bypass that line, those three can run back, and hopefully, those three can do something. Because once they bypass that four, it's just two in the middle. And if you can get like two men in the middle, for a cutback, easy goal, easy
Yeah.
goal. But the first thing I'll say is like, if he still wants to use that, he needs to use a five defender. But using that five defender is going to restrict the number of players he has up top.
Hmm.
So he needs to like the players need to know when to press and when
Yeah.
to stay back. But that's the first step I'll do. The official solution needs to be he needs to drop the highline a bit. But I mean, it's Baka. Is there
If you not drop it yet, to be like say we go play them for Champions League again. After that, they can drop it.
Chelsea Baka again?
I think so. I'm not sure. I
Please,
think
oh,
we might
no.
face them again.
Nah. I don't want to face Baka again. We've already won. We need that.
You're scared.
We've won. No.
You're scared. Eh?
It's not like I'm scared.
You're scared.
But we've won. We have that clout for this season.
Yeah,
Next
yeah,
season
yeah,
we
for
can
sure.
meet them and we can play them and maybe we win or we lose. That one is fine. But for this season, I don't chop my win like this. And a
Yeah.
win that I called for a long time because I knew. Chelsea are very good in transitions. Maresca knows how to set up his team. Barca have highline. Like it was good. It was so obvious what
The
was going
match
to
made in
happen.
heaven.
Yeah, it was literally a match made in heaven. But yeah, Hansi Flick needs to either drop that highline or start using a five back.
Yeah.
The more
But
the better option is probably to drop the highline.
drop the eye line.
Yep.
Yeah. And they've been missing a couple players. Missing Rafinha, Pedri, they are injured. I don't think I've heard from Rashford, so I think Rashford did to picked up an injury. So he's been all over the place. But wish them the best of luck. Everyone should still tune in to the La Liga because the La Liga race is still ongoing. Their points gap is not a lot, so it's between
Madrid are
Real
on
Madrid
top now. Yeah.
and yeah, Madrid and Barcelona. So that's very interesting to watch. Chelsea losing to Girona over the week, literally yesterday, 2-1 loss. So that's still something to watch out for. So everyone should tune in there. Keep watching. Football is it's a lot to unravel. It's a lot to unfold. So let's see what the La Liga also has for us. But that's about it for today's episode. Not so much in terms of like analyzing or like in-depth analysis on games, but we're able to touch base here and there on a couple of things that we've missed over the past few weeks, and I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Again, like we say, we're trying our best to be consistent. We're trying our best to release every week. Just bear with us. I was sick, Dami was sick, we're kind of busy, but I've dropped again. And I know there was one guy on TikTok that was like, we like this content, but you guys don't post regularly. This is for you, okay, guy? This is for you. Post, I'll post it now. So interact, okay? I might have to start threatening people, man. Like, guys, before I'm saying please subscribe, would if I catch you in public and you are not subscribed, do you know what I'll do to you? So just in case you don't want to be beaten up,
I
subscribe now, okay? But yeah,
was
shout
actually
out to
thinking
everyone.
about doing giveaways. Like at this point we might need to start doing giveaway because please, what do we need to make you do to subscribe? Please.
No, for real, man, for real. Shout out to everyone that's currently subscribed. Shout out to everyone that's reposting, that's commenting on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, whatever app it might be. Thank you all. But still saying please. I'm not threatening yet. If we start threatening, but we're saying please, please continue to share, continue to like, continue to subscribe. Give to a friend, share with a family member, talk about football. Let us know if you enjoyed our opinion, our topics, our discussion. So we find better ways to improve. But yeah, that's just about it from me. Anything from you, Dami?
Yeah, much love to everyone that's been liking, subscribing, and so on and so forth. We're on almost all the platforms right now, on everything, YouTube, everything, and we post regularly. So it's not as if we're just using those platforms. Everything is going to come out. Keep a watch out for the next couple of games coming up because we're going to have a lot of discussions coming up. A lot. I know I can feel it in my body like
Yes, yeah,
itching me.
exactly.
So like
Exactly.
yeah, just stay tuned and hopefully we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, and this will be posted tomorrow for sure. But yeah, guys, have a lovely rest of your week. I remember that Eden Hazard is better than Mohamed Salah. Enjoy, enjoy. Have a blessed week. See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.